cold gang. First round draft pick.
Welcome to another episode of Cold Game. I'm your host, Isaiah Dotson. I'm here with my co-host, Malcolm Bonnell. And ladies and gentlemen, today we got someone special in the building. A hometown kid straight from the Far East Side who's turned hustle into purpose. He's an entrepreneur, a leader, and a voice for the culture. He's here not just to show love, but to drop some real gems. Give it up for the one and the only Michael Highbaugh Jr.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah.
Pleasure, man.
For sure. How you doing tonight?
Oh, man, I'm blessed, man. Appreciate the hospitality, the love, the invite, man.
Man, I appreciate you coming on. Man. What's on the agenda tonight, man? We got a lot to talk about, man, in a short amount of time. But we can be on here all night, man. You know, talking about the city. You know, when it comes to the city, you know, let me start with this, man. Your earliest memories. What's your earliest memories growing up in Naptown?
Man, my earliest memories. Like you said, a Far East Side kid. So I just go and remember. I always hung around older people, man. My sister was 3 years older than me. High school was I was a senior. I was a freshman. She was a senior. So being around Big Mouth, just Warren football, man. That's just what being a Warrior, man. It's at heart, man. So the Warrior football games. Basketball games, just the whole Warrior Nation. That's what I remember as a kid. Just the packed out stands. They won state. I remember going down to Maxine, sticking the waffles after they won state. Shout out to the family. It's just been being a real Far East Side kid, man.
Yeah. So you said, cuz, man, your earliest memories in high school days. Talk to me about it, man, from your perspective, because you know, I went to I went to school with Big Sis. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to TPZ, T Savage. You know what I'm saying? But from your perspective, we was on our way out of there. You fresh coming in, and you was hanging with the big dogs. You know, so you was a freshman hanging with the seniors. So just to talk to me about your experience, you know, coming up there while we was doing our thing and y'all was doing your thing.
Man, I'm just like, I always hung around older people, man. Nothing against people my age, but I like older people got a lot of wisdom, man. They drop gems, you just got to catch them. And just being around y'all, man, it was just like, damn, this is what high school is like. Like, y'all was huge, bro. Like, I'm like, man, I was probably this tall in high school. You know, I hit my growth spurt late, but just being around, and it was just like, all my fame, I feel like, came from being around y'all. Like everywhere I was in the hospital, in high school, that's TP little sister, little brother, or that's Malk little cuz, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I remember Malk when we was at Warren, you know, I couldn't get nothing drinks, but I know Big Cuz was gonna give me one though. You know what I'm saying? I know nobody else gonna got me.
I got you for sure.
Well, so what kind of kid was you in high school, man? What were some things you was into? You was at the games, you know? Was you locked in? Was you cool, laid back? How was you in high school, man? What was it like?
Man, I always been a laid back, relaxed kid. But in class, I was a class clown. I'm gonna make you laugh. I'm gonna get kicked out. It got to the point where I had a assigned seat. You know what I'm saying? In the hallway. Every time that period came, that seat was right there. That's Michael's seat. Or I had to sit in the very front of the class. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot different, man. It took a lot for me to really grow up and mature, but most definitely I was a class clown.
For sure. Let me ask you this, man. Out of all the teams in the city, what team that you really know? Like, no, hold on, man. This is my team right here, man. This made me proud to be, from Indiana, from Indianapolis, man. What team professionally was your squad for real?
Oh, that's kind of tough. That's kind of tough, man, because I really got remember, family ain't always blood, right? Some of your closest family, it's like you can make your own family. It's crazy. But some of my closest family that wasn't blood, they played all over. Like I said, my little brother, Juju, holding it down for the Colts. My best friend, two of my best friends, Devin Davis and Troy Williams came out of, IU Hoosiers. Yogi Farrell, my first cousin. So it's just like I got family all over, man. So to say just pick one team, I don't think I could do it. I would have to give you multiple. or triplets. I don't know.
Who your team right now? Who you invested in right now? Who you ready to see strap it up? Who you ready to see? You know.
Oh yeah, go Coach for sure.
See,
you know, Coach Nation. I'm rocking.
Yeah, we definitely got some. We're ready to see that for that coach season. That's I think that's what I'm most ready for too.
Oh yeah.
Hey, that's crazy because that's crazy to hear that, Troy Williams, your family, because I'm gonna tell you this right now. When he was coming out of high school and IU was recruiting him, I'm a big IU fan. You feel me? Man, his highlight tape had to be one of the craziest highlight tape you could ever see.
Oh,
Man,
sure.
he was going crazy.
For
And
sure.
then he went down when he was at IU, man. We had so much success, man. That was one of our last winning teams. He was a part of it. It was a major run we went on. They went to the Sweet 16 one of his years down there, man. We was running.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. That so I think that was our junior year in college. Mm-hmm. Our junior year, I think because Yogi was still a senior, so they was really stacked, man. If I can remember right, it was Troy. You had Yogi, you had Colin Harvin, you had I think you still had Stan Ross, one of the coldest left-hand guards from the Virginia DMV area.
Mm-hmm.
Who else did you have? You had Robert Johnson. You had James Blackman. Man, you had a squad that was stacked. Listen, they should have went farther than what they did, man.
Hey, in the Mega Sweep, man, we stumped on Kentucky. What was that in that round of 32?
For sure.
Yeah, man. Hey, come on, man. Hey, that was that made it right there, man. We stumped them. I was like, we good, man.
Right.
We playing with house money, man. That's what I wanted to see, man. I want to see them mad. You feel me? IU, man. That's what it is. So that's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Yeah, we can talk all day. IU basketball. We can talk that all day.
What you think about the coaching hire right now? What you think about the new coach DeVries?
Man, I really ain't did my homework, man. My background on Buddy yet, man. But it's just like IU. It's a huge program that you got a lot that you gotta hold up, and I think that the first thing is, man, we lose a lot of in-state talent. That's the thing that we gotta find a coach that know how to. As I grew up, my mom always told me you gotta take care of home first. You before you do anything else in life, take care of home first. And that's what IU coaching staff got to get. You can't let your best in-state recruits go to Michigan State, to the Kentuckys, to the Dukes. You can't let that happen, man. You got to protect home court first.
I'm glad you said that, because Zay pointed out that Coach DeVries was actually at the Indiana boys state basketball finals, which something that Mike Wilson wasn't doing the whole time that he was really there. He wasn't showing up to the Indiana boys final. So just to see him in the building now, that gives me, confidence that, he's really going to push for that in-state talent, and, that he's going to do the right thing. Also, he has a son. I want you to research him too. We kind of talked about his son on the podcast too, a kid named Tucker DeVries, his son, he said he is 6'7", 220 guard. I could say that's looking back 6'7", 220 guard, and that's his son. So he's bringing back his widow, and he got a clip, cuz
he was on what show?
He was on Tucker DeVries. So he transferred from Drake. So they started off at Drake. Coach DeVries and his son. They started off at Drake. They was at Drake 2 years, and after Drake, DeVries got hired at West Virginia. He brought Tucker over with him, and Tucker over at Drake. He was 2-time conference player of the year, 2-time tournament MVP. And he was over there. He was killer. And one thing about it, we had it's crazy because we got in-state talent that's in the transfer portal right now. Kids like Xavier Booker, shout out to him. But he's going from Michigan State to UCLA. You got Ryan Conwell, straight from Pike. He played at Indiana State. Then he transferred to Xavier. Now he's going to Louisville. We got the best talent, leaving the state. But one thing I will say about Tucker DeVries, in that Missouri Valley Conference tournament championship game, he went off. He went crazy against Ryan Conwell. And then this past season, a lot of people, they think it's a conspiracy because West Virginia, they was down there in the Bahamas when we was down there playing in the same tournament. And Tucker was going crazy. Tucker went off one of his last games against West Virginia. I mean, one of his last games against Arizona, he went off for like 27 points, hit 8 threes. And then after that, all of a sudden, his shoulder come up hurt. Right around the 8th game, because with trans, you can only play 8 games before before they say you can't get that medical waiver. So he played that 8th game and he shut it down. And then they said it was some backdoor channel in there. Our AD was talking to the coach like, "Hey, we need you over here at the end of the year. You gonna need you. Bring your son with you too. We need you to shut your son down because he and they made it happen. So, but now we do need the hometown kids to stay at home though, man. That's one major thing, man. Hey, we would be so nasty if the hometown kids stayed at home. Yeah, football too.
Right, football too.
That's a whole different story right there. That's gonna take us to tomorrow. We talk about that. You know what I'm saying? The state of Indiana, man, it's so much talent here, hidden talent, really. That it's all gonna change, though, man. It's all in the works. It's gonna change, man.
How about them Pacers, cuz? How deep do your Pacers fandom run?
Hey, listen, man, it's so crazy that you go from we start off with IU and we go to the Pacers, right? Because I told boys when we signed Thomas Bryant, and shout out to little bro TB, I said, man, y'all getting the dog, man. They like, why do we get him? Da da da. At the end of the day, he's a champion. He's a national. He's an NBA champion. He's not a national champion. He's an NBA champion. And you see what he's doing now, man. That's another, IU Hoosier. He was Troy Williams was his vet. So he came in under the radar. He took him in and look at him blossom, man. But the Pacers, man, they special. They special, and it just take people. It take a team to win and take players that play their role, man. Everybody can't be that star, but I think the Pacers gonna do some great things, man. They a sleeper team, man.
What's your favorite Pacer memory?
Fucking brawl.
Hey, was he standing on business out there in Detroit?
Oh, for sure, handling business, literally.
Where was you at when you saw that? What did you watch it live?
I think so, man. Man, my grandma, rest in peace. She was like the biggest Pacer fan, and I want to say I may have been at her house, man. Down on Keystone, we used to watch all the games, man, and I want to say I was there when it happened. And I was just like, wow, like this is really going on live.
man. Hey, that whole Pacer era right there, they was all wild, man. The brawl. I think the brawl just really ended it, but they was wilding out before, and they was shootouts at the strip club.
Oh yeah, they was
West Side Clown.
They was different, bro. They was different. They was different.
Stephen Jackson, he'll get on his podcast and talk about it all the time. Just, talk about the life of being a Pacer back then and, pulling up to the sunset. And, he keep it real. He let them know exactly what they was on.
Oh, yeah. Nah, ain't no shame in this game. He live in effect. He going to tell you every time. Any day of the week. It went down. It happened.
How you feel about them Colts? What you saying? What's going down with the Colts?
Oh man, we rocking, man. We ready. They need to bring back Big Mo, man. One of the realest, Big Mo Ali. I could go all day talking about the dogs, man. It's some real ones on the team. It's really a lot of them, man.
Yeah, I think out of that tight end room, I think Mo was probably the best that we had because we already got Gresser already went ahead and signed with Philly. So that probably, I don't know what Ogletree gonna do, but out of that tight end room, I mean, I know, in my opinion, I hope we go after Tyler Warren in this draft. So I mean, I think that'll be a good 1-2 punch. Mo Alley Cox, Tyler Warren, and if Ogletree want to stay, he can be our third. But I think that'll tighten up that tight ends too. So I agree with you on bringing back Mo, and he's good for the run game.
Yeah. Mo solid, man. Mo solid. Me and Mo been locked in, man, since he came. He was on the practice squad. So that's probably 7-8 years ago. But don't sleep on Jaylani, man. Jaylani, hopefully. he get healthy. He do it the right way, man, and he stay healthy. He's still young, man. So with him and Mo, I think we'd be good. But we always need a third, man. You can't do nothing in life really with two, because one break down at third.
What was what we had Jelani on the practice squad, or what was he on this year? I know he just out for the year with injury. He was hurt because he definitely came out his I don't know if that was his rookie year or his second year. He caught like a couple touchdown passes. I remember Jelani Woods. He was doing his thing. So hopefully, yeah, we can. That would be. I forgot. I always forget about him.
Yeah. He's there. He's definitely he's there. He's there. He's solid. He's solid too.
Should we start AR or Daniel Jones?
What kind of question is that?
I like him. It's not even a question, man. That's what I'm saying. Because I'm like, man, why are we even having this conversation, man? I don't like the fact we brought him in and think that's competition.
Man, listen, man. AR, the thing is, man, we all did things when we was younger that we made mistakes. You know what I'm saying? You gotta learn. You gotta go through something and learn something. And I mean, it's just like he on the national spotlight at. How old is AR? 21, 22? I mean, yeah, he probably should have said that he was tired. I mean, people, the same thing he should have said, people didn't say all the time. They just use a different word, a verbiage. You know, they act like they pulled a hammy or something like that just to get out the game. He's just young, man. And everybody make mistakes in life. It's just in different ways, shapes and forms. So everybody, you know, because he's doing that, man, he really got an arm, a stupid arm. And then, you know, you just got to, you going against pros, but you got to slide. You know, you protect yourself, man. You the franchise. So if they let him go, it's just like what they do with everybody else. I'm guaranteed if he gonna sign with somebody else, and we're gonna have to go against him. They're gonna be like, why do we let him go? I guarantee you, I tell you that right now. You don't want to go against him. You don't.
So if you in the office with AR, man, you know, he walk in the office with Coach Mike. You know, he got to sit down, man. He come sit down, man. What you telling AR to get ready for the season? What kind of conversation you having with him? What you gonna tell
him? First, I'm asking how you doing. How you doing? Anything I can do to help? You know, I mean, what can I do to help you help me? It's a business for sure, but we investing in you right now. I know you young, but what can we do? What can I do on my end to make it easier on your end, take the stress off your plate? And then we're gonna go from there, man. See what he say. You know, as the GM, as the coach, you know, then it's in my court. You got to hear your people out, you know, because you don't know what's bothering them. It could be something small that is wrong that need to be tweaked a little bit, or you know, you just gotta give him more challenging more. It may be too easy for him, but he just don't know how to grasp it. Well, you gotta find a free agent, a vet that you know he can relate to. They got his playing style that had been in the league for however long. Sign him to you signing two different players, man. So you can't have nobody in the QB room that he can't relate to nobody.
Right. It's crazy because we gotta think AR is only 21, 22. Yeah, we about to watch games this weekend where we watching the NCAA tournament. They got guys on that floor that's 23, 24. You know, they got grown men out here. You know, he's still young and developing, so he definitely got to have some leniency and be given a chance because he's that young. He's younger than every quarterback that's coming out in this year's draft. He's already been in the league 2 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. And he was hurt, so I mean, yeah, I don't know, man. It's just like anything else with life, man. People gonna hate regardless of what you do. So you just gotta. Keep it straight. Hey, keep your head on the swivel, man. Keep straight.
That's the biggest thing.
With that being said, too, cuz talk to me about, man. You know, I'm proud of a lot, man. Being a Warren Central alumni as yourself, you know, I got a lot of pride in my high school, and you know, I came back, I coached at that school, you know, and I worked at that school. So, a couple, you know, names that you said like little Devin Davis, you know, IU stand out. You know, went down to Houston, did his thing, playing overseas now. He was doing his thing. I know that was one of your bros that you were locked in with, but another one of your brothers that you locked in with was one of the favorite kids I've ever, you know, coached. You know, humble dude, man, the humblest, realest. I was sitting at Red Lobster one day, right here before they shut down, right here on Shaylin, sitting down with my family, you know, treating them to some Cheddar Bay biscuits. I looked up, man, and my little guy walked to the door, man, Juju, you know what I'm saying? As humble as could be, walked to the door, you know what I'm saying? I looked at him, he looked at me. I ain't even had to get up. He walked right to me. He already knew what time it was, you know, and just for him, you know, going to Iowa, going to Kansas and going to the league and having, you know, much, you know, clout and respect. You know, he, you know, came over and showed me some love, man. He's like, you know, coach, still call me Coach Malk, you know, and you know, that's you know, that kind of warms my heart, man, because you know, we do invest in these kids, we do invest in these people, and you know, for them to still show you love, still remember you, you know. Talk to me about your brother Juju.
Oh man, man, I'm beyond grateful, man, to have a little brother like Juju. He is probably one of the most humblest people I ever met. Despite, you know, the situation he's in, you really wouldn't know that he plays football unless you, like, you really know him, you know, because he does everything that we do just like a normal person. But you know, he'd give you the shirt off his back quick, and regardless of who you are, he gonna treat you with the utmost respect. Younger, older, you know, he loves playing with, you know, playing with kids in the neighborhood or whatever the case may be. Just showing them love, man. Because it's not every day that you get to meet a professional athlete and get to interact. You know, you get the ones that you see and they shiesty or they really don't want to do something for you, you know. But if he got, you know, he come back to Warren games like a regular person. He sit up in the stands. He don't, you know, try to sit just by himself. He take pictures with kids. No matter how many it is, he gonna wait till they all gone. You know, just the whole nine, man. That he's just as humble as they come, man. And it's a privilege, man. It's an honor. It's a blessing.
And I'm gonna let this be known. It's a reason that the Indianapolis Colts took Julius Brents in the second round right after Anthony Richardson. That man is a dog, man. Pull up his film. I don't care what you say. He's had some injuries, but I've been watching that dude since he was, you know, 13, 12, 11 years old. And that man's a dog, man. So there's a reason he's still on that Colts roster. I know we loaded up on the DBs, but if you really understand football, you have to load up on DBs. That's just the nature of the game. You know, DBs are you know, they're most athletic. I'm not gonna say they're frail, but you know, you get hurt playing wide receiver. Playing DB. You know, that's just the nature of the game in high school and college and the NFL. So you have to load up that room, and I think that elevates Juju's game, in my opinion, because he's a true competitor. You know, so load up that room, let him fight for some time, and you're gonna definitely see him on the field. And I'm ready to see. I'm locked in. I've been locked into every play he done play. So shout out to that man.
Oh, for sure. And I'm sure he definitely try to step in on the podcast, man. Here soon. You know, he's just handling business right now, grinding, getting ready for the season. But
yeah, I ain't even bothering right now. I know I ain't even bothering right now. Say, listen,
that's
do your thing, get your
body.
Yeah,
ain't nothing.
I ain't
getting away from that film or working out, man. He's locked in.
Yeah, I already know.
Off for nothing.
Hey yo, and I'm glad you said that, because all Colts fans, if you watching this right now, man, know that our number one DB, because that's our number one. I know we didn't pick up a free, but he's our number one, prototypical length, real killer, straight from the city.
Hey,
and that's what we right. Straight from the Far East. You know, if you're a Colts fan, know he's locked in. He's in that film room. He's getting right, and he's gonna have a breakout third season. And it's only up from there. So I'm looking forward to it.
For sure. Me as well, man.
Hey, oh Mike, I see you geared up over there, man. Is that your line right there? Closing. Tell me what you got on.
Oh yeah. This is me and my best friend Troy. Our clothing brand, Grace Made. You know what I'm saying? It's another one over here somewhere, you know. You know, because we all got to extend grace from time to time, you know, as much as we can. You know, that's another one, you know, Grace Made, you know what I'm saying? It's the back.
All right. So tell me what was the thought and the idea behind the brand. Just tell me a little bit more about it.
Man, that's it's two different sides to it, man, but it all connects into one. Troy got his side of it. I got my side of it. For those that don't know, I was in 2020. I was involved in a traumatic car accident. Lost 23 days of memory. But people seeing, I feel like people seeing money out of the situation, and money don't make you if you ain't healthy. You know, if you got money, you ain't healthy, you can't spend money. But it's tatted on me, man. It's grace made man here. But I just ask God, man, regardless of what I'm going through, man, just if you give me the opportunity to get healthy again, I'd be careful to give you all the glory, the honor, and the praise, man. And one thing that I know, giving grace to other people, grace to get you in rooms that money can't buy. You know, you surround yourself with good people and let the rest handle itself. It'll make life a lot easier. You know, we like a lot of times we like to figure out life our way, but when we do it by the Most High, it'll all work itself out, man. It'll work out always better. It may not come when you want it, but it's always on time. I promise
That's,
I love
man,
it.
yeah, that's honorable, man, that has a deep meaning to it, man. You know, and a lot of time people are too harsh. You know, people don't, they don't give a lot of people the grace they deserve. You know, or and that's just that's the human aspect of it, man. A lot of people need grace, man. People need an opportunity. They need people to be easy, man, because life is hard.
for
You know,
everybody.
so yeah, so having that grace goes a long way, man. That's a major statement, man. Where can we find some of your clothing, man? And what's the sizes, man? Do you got a 4-5X?
That's what I need.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
need it.
for sure. So, right after COVID, man, me and Troy, we dropped it. But it was just a lot going on dealing with COVID. And so we really we dropped it and we kind of like stepped back a little bit. So we in the process right now of revamping and rebuilding everything, taking a step back and just looking at how things went the last time, crossing our T's, dotting our I's, and we ready to drop something here real soon, man. My goal is like May, June to drop something, but it's gonna go from small to I say 5X, man. I just actually ordered custom material, you know what I'm saying, and we gonna get it rocking. We gonna I definitely got a care package for y'all, man. It's on the house. It's on the
For sure.
house. It's on the house,
Wow.
man.
I love to hear
Nah.
It's
that.
on the house, man.
I love on the house.
But yeah, it's just like I said, man. You got to give grace to others, man, because life is hard as it is, man. But grace, it ain't doing something for people. It ain't always materialistic, man. It could be the simple thing of a simple act of kindness. You know, just speaking to somebody, that it can change their day, their moment, their life. You just never know, man. It ain't everything is not materialistic in life.
Speaking on that, man. I want to ask you. You being a hometown kid, you growing up on the farm, and it being, it is, for those who don't know, man, it's rough. It's rough in the city, man.
For sure.
And you definitely gotta be alert, be aware, man, and you gotta have a purpose. What advice would you give to a young fella that's in that right now, that has a dream, that has a goal, that's trying to achieve something? I mean, there's not, and what would you say to that kid who's trying to find a way and trying to figure it out?
Man, this is a topic, man, that's on my heart every day. Because I'm actually the first of 3 generations not to go to prison. My dad is, serving a life sentence. My uncle did 18 years, and my papa did some time as well. So, I just I try to be different, man. And having friends that made it. I stopped playing baseball and basketball like early high school. I just really wanted to get some money, but I wanted to do it the right way. So after high school, I started off at Finish Line, went to where I am now. Been with my same company for 9 years. So I say I started my way at the bottom. Now people say I'm at the top, but I gotta stay humble. But if I could give advice to a younger me, and I ask people all the time, as I'm 30 now, I ask older people, I say, what would you tell yourself at 30? So my key to younger people, younger kids, boy, girl, black, white, it don't matter. One, keep God first. 2, surround yourself with good people. 3, give grace and do right by others. And the rest will take care of itself. Don't repay evil with evil. Repay evil with good. And that way you know that you kept it solid on your end and blessings are going to come in abundance. So, yeah, like I said, man, remain humble. Do right by others, man. Extend grace as much as you can and keep God first.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So towards the end of the show, we like to do something fun, man.
Let's do it.
We like to do something fun. We like to do something called One Cold Minute.
Okay.
And what I do is, I ask my ChatGPT, man. That's one of the homies, man. If those of you don't know, I'll be on ChatGPT all the time. Have ChatGPT press up some questions, and I'm just going with the first 10 that ChatGPT press it up, man. One cold minute. I got 10 questions. You got 10 seconds to answer them. Off the top. Man. All right. Now let me know when the timer starts, man.
Okay, we're gonna get it started.
Right now?
Hold on, I don't like my phone. All right. I gotta figure out where the timer is. Let me see. Timer. All right, let's get it started, cuz.
What's the first thing you do when you wake up?
Pray to God.
East Side Wings or Downtown Tacos?
East Side Wings or what?
Downtown Tacos.
East Side.
Who was your biggest influence growing up?
My papa.
What song is always in your rotation?
Hustle and Motivate by Nipsey.
If you could start any business tomorrow, what would it be?
Something for the youth. To give back to the youth.
Favorite spot on the Far East Side?
Home.
Jordan or LeBron?
LeBron. Duh.
What's one lesson in life on the East Side taught you?
One lesson that East Side taught me?
Yeah, one lesson that life on the East Side taught you.
Take care of home first.
Money or legacy?
Legacy.
What advice would you give your younger self in 10 seconds or less?
Keep God first. Do right by people. Extend grace. And stay humble.
That's dope, man. That's one cold minute, man. That was one cold minute. Where we talking about that, cuz?
I stopped it at 1 minute. I probably said about 1:30, but I couldn't cut you off, man. It was so much game being spent. Yeah.
Oh man, I hope they poked it all in.
Man,
any last things you want to say, cuz? Any last thing anybody want to say?
Man, I first and foremost, man, gotta give all glory to God. Second off, man, to y'all, big cousins, I appreciate the invite, man, the hospitality and the love, man. And anything I can do, man, to help y'all, man, y'all got it, man. Mi casa, su casa. And I'm proud of y'all, man. Keep doing what y'all doing, man.
It was an honor to have you on, man.
Absolutely.
Man, great interview, or great, just great episode, great vibes, and I hope that, throughout this episode, man, it's something that, that somebody watching this was able to soak in, man, because it was a lot of knowledge being dropped, man. Man, you got that it factor in you, and I know whatever you do, man, it's gonna be successful, man. So I'm looking forward to seeing your journey and continue watching your growth.
Yes, sir.
And just one thing I do know, man, this interview was cold game.
For sure. For sure.
Cold game. First round draft pick.